All right, so I just saw this not too long ago from Kuro AI Art. I don't usually take news from this individual, but it just popped up in my feed, so this is how I found out about it. They said this is the most gut-wrenching report I've read in my life. I'm beyond radicalized at this about this topic that I can't even express the level of disgust and hatred I feel now. Understandable. From what I understand, it actually seems to be I was right on the money as about where I thought this would actually end up being in terms of uh, board test. Yeah. Hello, Doctor of Insanity. Did you look up the? I have not yet. Thank you for reminding me, though. Anyway, so yeah. So long story short, apparently the report is about as bad as everyone thought it was. I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna have to read it on my own later. But I just haven't had the time to do so yet. But from the reaction I see everyone giving, it seems I was right about on the money as to where everything was going to be, because I was of the opinion that things are going to be way fucking worse than people initially suspected. But that's just because I actually happen to know a thing or two about Islam. I happen to know a thing or two about communists, and their subversives. I happen to know a thing or two about a lot of these ideas, like queer theory and all that stuff, so I know a lot of where these people are willing to go. And considering how many people are, like, crying out for literal blood right now, which, to be fair, absolutely justified, again, considering what we had already known, and I had already been able to figure out was probably going to be significantly worse than that, I can't exactly blame them. This does seem to be a watershed this does kind of seem to be a historical moment for the United Kingdom, where they get to decide what kind of country they actually are, right? And I will have to say, no one did this to you, to be perfectly honest. No one has done this to any of us, right? Yeah, sure. Maybe you have foreigners or like specific, groups that are coordinating this behind the scenes, because it turns out, again, we have apocalypticists in the like the war in Iran, right? Where we have the dispensationalists, the Chabadists, and the Twelvers all working together because they all mutually benefit, right? The same thing where we have, like, again, singularitarians and transhumanists and communists and all these other groups working together. Because it turns out that, like, in the short term, they actually have similar goals, so they benefit by working with each other, right? But ultimately speaking, none of these groups could have done a damn thing of this if they didn't have the assent of the people we put in charge in the first place, right? Just want you to understand that. I really want you to really want to drill this into your head, right? Before we go blaming anyone else, because yeah, sure, it was the Muslim rape gangs. Let's be fair. The Muslim rape gangs did do the rape, right? Who facilitated it? Who facilitated it? Who put these people in your country, right? Who refused to deport these people when the countries cried out, right? Who refused to actually hold them to account when, again, the people cried out for justice? It was your own people that were in power. Your own people sold you out. All these people who are in power that are doing this shit to you, get them out. This is your last fucking opportunity. I'm telling you this right now, right? You have a very high probability that, again, Charles may very well be your last king. He doesn't believe in his kingship. I'm just telling you right now. If you really want to take your country back, there's a high probability things are going to get worse before they get better. But that's just because they are going to kick and scream, and they are going to try to drag everyone down if they go down. So, yeah, again, you had the Epstein situation. That was already pretty fucking bad. Let's see how many people actually got arrested from that. Oh, yeah, fucking no one, right? Let's see if the United Kingdom actually has a spine, right? But anyway, that's all I got to say is remember who did this to you. Your politicians sold you out, right? Your politicians are the people who did this to you. Make them pay. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this. I will read this in my own time, but I haven't had the opportunity to read it so far. I've just been seeing what people have been talking about, and yeah, again, about what I expected, to be perfectly honest. So, to anyone watching this video on YouTube, hope you have a better day than everyone else is having, because this shit is fucking horrifying.